You botched that spell where you wanted everyone to forget that Peter Parker's Spider-Man. We started getting some visitors. From every universe. Hello, Peter.
Spider-Man Far From Home. Alright, Spider-Man Far From Home is the final third film of the Tom Holland Spider-Man series, and it basically takes place right after the events of the last Spider-Man movie, where I like how it comes off right off the events of the post-credit scenes happening, and you're like, oh, we're going right into what happened last. Peter Parker's trying to get above the law because he's being accused for killing Mysterio, but that's not, and so a lot of it has to do with Peter Parker as he's trying to deal with how his friends kind of got screwed because he's got that bad reputation, and knowing this colleges wanted. So that part of the the kind of age part of the movie, I did have to say I really like that part of the film. There were some really cool cameos in this movie. Obviously, the one that I was most excited about, and I know a lot of people wouldn't be as excited about, but for me, it was Charlie Cox's back as Matt Murdock - Daredevil. I think that's awesome, and I'm so glad he's get to play the character. I'm glad they this was a perfect way to reintroduce him to the Marvel Cinematic Universe, as he's not Daredevil. He is Peter Parker's lawyer. I think that was a brilliant way to bring the character in there. But then, Peter Parker goes to Doctor Strange. Doctor Strange does his spell, and it brings in all these villains from the Spider-Verse into these movies. You have characters like Dr. Connors is the Lizard. You had the Green Goblin in there. You had Dr. Octavius. All these cool little characters. It was cool seeing the interaction. I have to say, this movie was awesome. I was very pessimistic about this film because I did not really like Far From Home. Because Far From Home, for me, it was just a movie I just didn't care for. I didn't like the story. I didn't like Mary Jane or Michelle Watson in that movie. And to be honest with you, I still don't really care for her character. She's better in this movie than she was in the last one, but she's not Mary Jane. She's not MJ, and I don't care what people say about it. The action is really great. I like how the camera works great. I love it in certain shots it goes into a first person where it had a very amazing Spider-Man feel to it. And also they reuse scores from James Horner and Danny Elfman's Spider-Man scores. And I'm obviously not talking about spoilers, but the ending was pretty cool. And I like how it sets up where we're going to the future. If it left itself open where we can see another Spider-Man movie, or we cannot see another Spider-Man movie where it was they completely tied the knot, but we also let the door open. It's like, yeah, we can do another first Spider-Man movie. We'll see what happens. So in the end, guys, I really enjoyed Spider-Man No Way Home. It was a very enjoyable Marvel movie. Looking forward to whatever they do next with the Spider-Verse. And I'm looking forward to I think Marvel has it under control, and I cannot wait for Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness. Something I wasn't saying a few months ago, but that post-credit scene for Spider-Man was incredible. And it really wasn't a post-credit scene, it was more of a trailer for Doctor Strange. So I'm going to give Spider-Man No Way Home an A. So guys, have you seen Spider-Man No Way Home? Where your thoughts? Comment below, let me know. Guys, if you like this video, thumbs up, subscribe to more Terry Fresh by Easy Nation. Oh, too easy.